Good morning.
Morning. I'm giving you face. So you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Regina Roots.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope that you have had an awesome 2020 regardless of all the facts.
Yeah, and that this year is going to bring you prosperity and fulfillment in all that you do. And so this video is going to be a 2-year transformation video showing you what we've been up to this past year.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that below.
Yeah, we're going to be showing you all the fruit trees on our farm that are fruiting right now and just some updates on what we've been up to. Currently, Rob and our friend Marcus from Northern California are building a yoga studio, or at least half of it. So that's in the works as we speak.
And lots of new fruit has been growing. And both of us have been doing other stuff in our lives that we're going to tell you about.
Yeah, so me personally, I am currently doing a program to become a mind-body eating coach. So it's an almost year-long program to help people with their unwanted food, body, and eating challenges. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and it's been really fulfilling for me so far.
And she's been helping me realize all of my eating patterns as well. Okay, so because 2020 brought a lot of us back inside and at home, I wasn't able to play any shows, or we weren't able to play any shows, and so I spent most of 2020 writing and recording an album called The Sun and the Moon, which is going to be on Spotify on the 1st of February 2021 under Rob Taylor and The Rewritten Story. Scratch that, it will be on all major platforms. And I've been delving into a music marketing course to be a music marketing consultant for people. I've also been learning how to mix and master music. And I've been taking a step away from growing food so much on the farm, which has been a blessing to have the work traders that we've had to help us with the maintenance on the farm, given that I'm so busy doing other things. And without further ado, come check out the farm.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Deck that we just built. Rob framed it out, and then we put some plywood on top and sanded it and stained it. And so this is a life changer for us, because before the only place we had to sit to eat was on a couch, and so now we finally have a table set up over here where we can do work and eat. And yeah, it's just been a life changer, and super happy with it and how it turned out. So I'm sitting on the steps of our tool shed that we built a few months ago, and Rob and our work trader Dustin built the frame and the flooring and stuff. Yeah, it was just a lot of work to understand how to, build it all and put the roof on, and we had to prime the roof and seal all the holes, because a lot of the roofing we got was free on Craigslist, or not free, sorry. We bought like a bunch of roofing on Craigslist for a really good deal, and just painted all different crazy colors and just make it really unique. So when you come into the property, it's like, an experience. And yeah, we have a lot of storage underneath, so it's raised above the ground, and we also have enough space above because we made it so tall that we put some rafters in, and we're going to put a little loft up top very shortly in the next week, so we can have some extra space for someone to potentially sleep up there, or for me to have my space sometimes. So I showed you guys this structure in the first video, and since then we've painted it all different crazy colors as well, just to give it a better vibe when you drive in here. It was kind of like this ugly like yellow brown before, so yeah, but our plan is to put like a mural right here in front like get a community together to create some beautiful artwork here. But yeah, we've just painted the whole thing and the inside of the kitchen in here. So I really like how it turned out and had a lot of fun doing it. Here's our chicken coop that we built out of pallets. Yeah, it's a pretty simple design, just pretty much pallets and some scrap wood we had to kind of frame the top and the roof and just put some roofing on. And it's been really easy to maintain, and since we're in Hawaii we can just kind of let it be open. We don't have too many predators like raccoons or skunks or whatever eats chickens usually, so we don't really have to worry, especially having our dogs here. It seems like they keep out any predators that might try to come in. But yeah, let me show you the nesting boxes. So Rob made these little nesting boxes out of plywood and the scrap wood we had around, and they seem to like it. So if any of you have been following our journey so far, you will see that we've harvested 3 racks off this banana tree, or off this banana patch, and it just, when we first got it, just was this one stick of a thing that we got from this lady off Craigslist, and we showed you that in the last video, and that was when, before we even had harvested our first rack, was the first video. And so since then, we've harvested 3 of them, and we have another one coming in that is looking amazing so far. And yeah, super, super proud of this patch here. Been giving it lots of mulch and fertilizer and lots of love. Alright y'all, so here we have a cacao tree. This was the one we planted after we had done the last video. It's within our chicken run. And yeah, it's already producing fruit. We got it from Janelle, she's a local farmer who's been out here for a long time. Yeah, Jazana's farm. She's had these cacao trees in a pot for like 2 years. So these are they were 2 years old when we got them. So they're already like old enough to be producing. There's a few in here that look like they're already ripening or something.
Well, I think it's because you pruned them while they were fruiting, so they're aborting the fruit now.
No. Whoops. So don't prune them if they're fruiting, okay? Here are more cacao trees that we planted on the property. This was one of the first things we planted. There are 4 of them. And yeah, this one's producing a pod that is really exciting, and they're all fruiting, or flowering, I should say. Flowering. Not all of them are fruiting yet, but yeah, they've grown so much in the past 2 years, and it's been really cool to see them grow up. Here we have a papaya tree that we didn't purposefully plant here, but as you can hopefully see, it is growing right out of our human manure pile, and it must have been from someone's poop or something, or a seed got in there, because papaya seeds aren't really digested usually, or not all of them at least, because this seems to happen out of the compost piles and the human manure. And so now we got fruit growing off this guy. So here's our acerola cherry tree. The last time I showed you it, I want to say it was about this tall, but recently I pruned it because it was like way up here, and actually it ended up snapping in 3 different places from the base. So there were these big old like trees pretty much that snapped off of it, and so what I ended up doing is tying this one that snapped back together with the string to the main stalk, and then I cut down a lot of it, and I took off one of the big branches And yeah, so now it's actually flowering, which is pretty cool to see. So it might be producing fruit soon. So I think really all it wanted was a prune. It was just really feeling pruny. So here we have some of our first Meyer lemons. We've already harvested a few off this tree, but yeah, we have flowers coming in all over. And it's a grafted one, so they start producing way quicker than if you would just plant a lemon seed. But yeah, so the last time we showed you this, there was no fruit on it. It was a lot smaller than this. And the flowers smell amazing. So here's our other prize banana tree. This is a dwarf variety, so it doesn't get any taller than this, which makes it really convenient for harvesting. But these bananas are huge already, which I'm not totally sure of the variety of this one either, but they're looking real good, and I'm super excited to try them. And this will be our first rack off this one. So this is like one of the first things you see when you drive up our driveway. So I really like that about it. So here is our Ruby X Supreme guava. They're way different than the typical guava you'll find around here. There are a lot of wild guavas, but they're very, just kind of seedy. They have a lot of seeds in them, and they're kind of jelly-like. These are more like a pear, I would say, in texture. Like it's thick, or it's more firm and dense, and less seeds, and it's so sweet compared to the other ones that are a little more like tart, not as like, yeah, not as sweet as these ones. But yeah, so this is a dessert guava, is what's considered, and yeah, the variety is Ruby X Supreme, and it's pink on the inside. So this one is called the Suriname cherry tree, and this has been fruiting for a few months now. They're so delicious, so tart. They're really high in vitamin C, like more vitamin C than an orange has, in just one of these. Juicy. Yeah, they're super tasty and really abundant. So Rob just informed me that we have a little jackfruit coming in. This is so exciting. Who knows, it might not actually survive, but it's cool to hope. So here's our Rollinia tree that we showed you last time, but this time it is fruiting. So we got little babies on here coming out, and this is one of the trees I'm super excited about. Such a good fruit. I explained it last time. It's like creamy, and it's kind of like custard on the inside. It's got a little lemon flavor to it. So good. So excited. So this is our abu tree, which is also one of the trees fruiting. As you can see, there's these little bulbies on it, and it's starting to produce new growth. It was kind of doing not so hot. It was yellowing a bit, so I gave it some goat poop and from our neighbor, and that really helped it start to produce the fruit and start to produce new leaves and things like that. We have our beloved starfruit tree, and it is producing so many fruits. They're really sweet. Oh, so good. If you've never had starfruit, come here, have a taste. That's all I gotta say. Alright, y'all, so this is our finger lime tree. It's a very kind of rare exotic tree that grows out here, and I guess it also can grow in Northern California. I'm sure there's other places, any tropical places really, it could grow, but it's a very interesting fruit, very different than your typical lime. Alright, Alright, y'all ready for this? So they get bigger than this, but it's still just as amazing to experience. There's little beads in here that are kind of like caviar, and when you put them in your mouth, it's like little bursts of citrus. Kind of like Pop Rocks almost. Super good, but I can only imagine it's even better at its full ripeness.
Come see what we found. Come see.
Oh shit.
We got a yellow banana.
Got a yellow banana.
Whatever that means. Time to take down the rack. And this here is a dwarf variety of banana, so it only gets to be about 5 foot tall for the entire plant. And it's our first rack we've harvested off of it.
Whoa, that's a heavy one.
Oh yeah, that's the heaviest one I've ever had. Oh my god.
How cool, off just a tiny little banana.
Heaviest one I've ever had.
How much do you think?
I don't know, like